molecular orbital theory, simply MOT. The molecular orbital theory was developed by Hund's and the Mulliken. In this theory features, first one is the electrons in a molecules are present in the various molecular orbitals as the electrons of atoms are present in the various atomic orbital. That is the first one. Then the second is the atomic orbitals of the comparable energies and the proper symmetry combine to form the molecular orbital. Then the third is while an electron in an atomic orbitals is influenced by one nucleus, in a molecular orbital it is influenced by two or more nuclei depending upon the number of atoms in the molecule. Thus, an atomic orbital is monocentric while a molecular orbital is a polycentric. Then the number of the molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of combining atomic orbitals. Okay. When two atomic orbitals combine, there is two molecular orbitals are formed. These are called bonding molecular orbital. Then while the others are called anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay. Then the bonding molecular orbitals has lower the energy. That means lower energy, greater the stability. That means compared to anti-bonding. Lower energy means greater the stability. So that the ground state usually they have a stability, more stability compared to the anti-bonding, that is in the excited state. Then the electron probability distributions around the nucleus in an atom is given by an atomic orbital. So the electron probability distribution around a group of nuclei in a molecule is given by a molecular orbital. Then the molecular orbitals like atomic orbitals are filled in the accordance with the Offer principles, obeying the Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule. Okay. Then the formation of the orbitals of LCAO. Formation of molecular orbitals linear combination of the atomic orbital, that is LCAO method. According to the wave mechanics, the atomic orbitals can be expressed by the wave function that is called psi. Okay, already we learned, which represent the amplitude of the electron waves. So these are obtained from the solutions of the Schrödinger wave equation. However, since it cannot be solved for any system containing more than one electron, okay, molecular orbital which are one electron wave function for molecules are difficult to obtain directly from the solution of the Schrödinger wave equation. So to overcome this problem, the approximate method that is known as linear combination of atomic orbital, that is LCAO method. Then let us apply the method to be the homonuclear diatomic molecule for the hydrogen molecule. Consider the hydrogen H2 molecule, homonuclear diatomic molecule. Here the hydrogen molecule consists of the two atoms, that is A and B. Okay, each hydrogen atom, the ground state has one electron in the 1s orbital. That means ground state one electron in the 1s orbital, is having 1s1 and this is having that 1s1. Okay, the atomic orbitals of these atoms may be represented by the wave function, that is this should be psi A and this should be psi B. This is mathematically in the formation of the molecular orbitals may be described by the linear combination of the atomic orbital that can be takes place in the addition and by subtraction of the wave function of the individual atomic orbital. For example, molecular orbital is equal to, for addition, simply we can write it plus or minus psi A plus or minus psi B. The two molecular orbitals are, that is sigma and sigma star, that is bonding and anti-bonding. So here the sigma, first the sigma is psi A plus psi B. Sigma star for anti-bonding, this is bonding orbital, this is anti-bonding orbital. Subtraction, psi A minus psi B. See, look at this diagram. This is the molecular orbital sigma is formed by this is sigma and this is the sigma star. Molecular orbital sigma is formed by the addition of the atomic orbital is called bonding molecular orbital. Look at this, sigma is equal to psi A plus psi B, so that this is addition, bonding molecular orbital. So the bonding orbital lower energy than the atomic orbital. Then when a molecular orbital sigma star, the sigma star formed by the subtraction of the atomic orbitals is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so this is sigma star is equal to psi A minus psi B. So this anti-bonding orbitals higher energy than that of the atomic orbital. Okay, this is at atomic orbital of psi A, there is one electron, and another one is psi B, that is another 1 electron. For this is for the hydrogen molecule. Usually the diagram of formation of the bonding, that is and anti-bonding molecular orbital by the linear combination of the atomic orbitals of psi A and the psi B centered on two atoms, that is A and B respectively, right? This A and the B. Here, the qualitatively, the formation of the molecular orbitals can be understood in terms of the constructive or destructive interference of the electron waves of the combining atoms. So, in the formation of bonding molecular orbital, the two electron waves of the bonding atom reinforce each other due to the constructive interference, while in the formation of the anti-bonding molecular orbital, the electron waves cancel each other due to the destructive interference. Okay, as a result, the electron density in a bonding molecular orbital is located between the nuclei of the bonded atoms because of the which repulsion between the nuclei is very less, while in the case of an anti-bonding molecular orbital, most of the electron density is located away from the space between the nuclei. So, in fact, there is a nodal plane. The nodal plane means what? That is electron density is 0. That's nodal plane. Usually, the electron density is 0. So, the nodal plane between the nuclei and hence the repulsion between the nuclei is high. So, electrons are placed in the bonding molecular orbital tend to hold the nuclei together and stabilize a molecule. So, therefore, bonding molecular orbitals always possess the lower energy than higher of the atomic orbitals that they have combined to form it. So, in contrast, the electrons placed in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, that is, destabilizes the molecule. This is because the mutual repulsion of the electrons in this orbital is more than the attraction between the electrons and the nuclei. So, the net energy is increases. So it may be noted that the energy of the anti-bonding orbitals is raised like this, raised above the energy of the parent atomic orbitals that have been combined, and the energy of the bonding orbital has been lowered. Look at this, lowered than the parent orbitals. So the total energy of the two molecular orbitals, however, remains the same that the two original atomic orbitals. That's why here the bonding orbital is the lower energy than the atomic orbital. Here the anti-bonding orbitals are higher energy than the atomic orbital. Okay, then the conditions for the combination of atomic orbital. The linear combination of atomic orbitals to form the molecular orbitals takes place only if the following condition is satisfied. That means the first one is the combining orbitals, that is the atomic orbital, must have the same or the nearly same energy. Same or the nearly same energy. This means the 1s orbitals can combine with another 1s orbital, but not with 2s orbital. That means 1s orbital combine with 1s orbital, not in the another 2s orbital, because the energy of the 2s orbitals is appreciably higher than that of the 1s orbital. This is not true if the atoms are very different. Okay. Then the second is the combining atomic orbitals must have the same symmetry about the molecular axis. So must have the same symmetry. That is the molecular axis. By convention, that is z-axis taken as the molecular axis, it is important to note that the atomic orbitals having the same or nearly the same energy will not combine if they do not have the same symmetry. For example, 2p orbital of one atom can combine with 2p z 2p z orbital of the other atom, but not with the 2p x or 2p y. Okay, because they're different symmetries. This having the different symmetries. And the third is the combining atoms orbital must have overlap to the maximum extent. Overlap to the maximum extent. Because the greater the extent of overlap, the greater will be the electron density between the nuclei of the molecular orbital. So this is the condition for the combination of the atomic orbital. Next is the type of the molecular orbital. Type of the molecular orbital. The molecular orbitals of the diatomic molecules are the designated like sigma, simply this, and pi and delta. Sigma, pi, delta, like this. So in the nomenclature, the sigma molecular orbitals are symmetrical around the bond axis, while the pi molecular orbitals are not symmetrical. Okay. For example, the linear combination of the 1s orbital or 1s orbital centered of two nucleus produced two molecular orbitals which are symmetrical around the bond axis. Such molecular orbitals are of the sigma type and are the designated, that is sigma 1s and the sigma star 1s. Okay, that we'll see. Then if internuclear axis is taken to be a z direction, it can be seen that the linear combination of 2p z orbitals of two atoms also produced two sigma molecular orbital designated as that sigma 2p z and sigma star 2p z. Okay, that is the molecular orbital obtained from the 2px and the 2py orbitals are not symmetrical around the bond axis because of the presence of the positive loops above the negative loops below the molecular plane. So such molecular orbitals are labeled as pi and pi star. Okay, the pi bonding is molecular orbital has the larger electron density above and the below in the internuclear axis. So the pi star anti-bonding molecular orbital has the node between the nuclei. Then we will see the energy level diagram for the molecular orbital in next class.